Every Monday for the last 5 years, Assistant Pastor Jeff Watson has hosted Celebrate Recovery at the Rock of NEA. He has helped many people overcome addictions in the Jonesboro area through this program. Two of the people who are involved with Celebrate Recovery wanted to share how Jeff has impacted their lives.
Jeff, to me, he's an awesome person. I mean, and for his impact in my life, most definitely.
We've actually become very good friends, and his wife, I mean, she's amazing. Just as amazing as he is, so.
Before the service, we sat down with Assistant Pastor Jeff and talked to him about Celebrate Recovery.
First of all, I'm a former addict, and I've been clean and sober now for 29 years. And I remember when I was living in Louisiana, and after I gave my heart to Christ, there wasn't anything available. So it was me and Jesus working everything out. And so I was standing out in the front foyer of the church one Sunday, and we had a young lady come through. And she said, "Hey, Pastor, I sure wished I could go to Celebrate Recovery here at my home church." And I said, "Well, what in the world is Celebrate Recovery?" And so she proceeded to tell me what Celebrate Recovery was. She was going for an addiction. And immediately, because of my past, I thought, well, that's something that I believe is needed. And so I went to my first meeting over in Paragould at 7th Street Church of Christ on Thursday night. And I'll never forget, when I walked in there, I met the pastor who was leading the meeting. And I saw all the pain, the hurts, the habits, the hang-ups. The whole room was full of people that you could tell they just had a hard time in life. And so we had a little time of fellowship. The service started, and I mean, the Holy Spirit just started doing the work in my heart. And the Lord dropped something in my spirit and said, "Do you know, if I was walking the streets of Paragould tonight, I would not be at the revival down the street, I would be here. And the reason I would be here is because this is where hurting people are."
As we were talking, Jeff shared a story about a woman who has impacted his life while ministering in this program.
The Sister Wanda, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind me sharing a little bit about her testimony. She's the product of a gangster, and all of her life has been told that she'd never amount to anything, she was never wanted. And we started Celebrate Recovery, and she began sharing some of her story. And God started doing a healing on the inside. She is our crown. She's our princess. She is so highly respected and so loved here. People would do anything in the world for her. She has found her community, she's found her place of belonging. Whereas before, she would sit on the back row because she said that she didn't think we wanted anybody that dressed like she did, looked like she did on the front row. And I'll never forget that Sunday, her granddaughter was getting baptized, and she asked me, she said, "Pastor, can I sit on the front row?" And I said, "Well, of course you can. You can always sit on the front row." And then the next week she she went back to the back, and so I went to her and I said, why are you sitting back here? You look so beautiful on the front row." And then she told me what I just told you. And I said, "You just messed up." I said, I never want you in this building on a Sunday without you being on this front row, because you're one of the most beautiful people in this place. I mean, you wouldn't believe what they've been through, and to know that they have a belonging and a part of a community, and they're growing with the community. I've had people call me at 5 o'clock and say, "Pastor, I just got out of jail, but I'm on my way to CR," you know, and they'll come through the door, and we'll love on them anyways, because I mean, everybody needs to know that Christ does not quit believing in you, and He has great plans for you. And not only does He believe in you, but we do too.